Hey, what's happening, guys? This is going to be the first in a series of videos that I'm going to make called Three Things. I'm going to tell you three things I like about a device and three things I didn't like so much about a device. I think it's a little bit better than going through a full review. I could sit here and spit specs out to you. You can look them up online. There are plenty of other creators out there who make full spec videos and go through every little, nuance of a device and all that kind of stuff. I just want to tell you the three things that I find that are the best about a certain device and the three things that I find that are not so great about a certain device. Maybe help you make a decision on whether or not you want to purchase something based on that. I like to get these devices, use them for a while, no matter what it is, a pair of headphones, a phone, no matter what it is, I like to check it out for a while. And then I start to find out, hey, I like this. And hey, I wish this was better and all that kind of stuff. And this is a good way for me to share those things with you and just let you know the three top things I love about it and the three bottom things that I think they can improve on in the next generation. Today we're going to be checking out the Galaxy Z Flip. I'm going to tell you the three things I love about this device and the three things I don't like so much about this device. And I will tell you the first thing I love about this device is the form factor. I like the tall screen. I think it's awesome for viewing content. It's great for if you're reading articles, you get a lot more on the screen. It's awesome for multitasking. It's great for a host of things. And I love the fact that I can just fold it up and put it right in my pocket. It takes up a lot less space. Listen, it is a little bit thick. I will give it that. It's like two real thin phones kind of sandwiched together, but it still takes up a lot less room in my pocket. I feel like it's back to an old form factor. I'm not the youngest guy in the world. I happen to like the old school flip phones where I could just hang up on somebody and be done. Just one of those people, where I really enjoy opening up the phone to see what I'm looking at or whatever, and then just being able to shut it down and put it in my pocket, put it away. It fits in a lot more places in your car. It's a wonderful form factor. And as far as this tall screen, man, I'm loving this tall screen. I mean, this is one of the taller screens. It's a little bit taller than my Galaxy Fold. I've been having fun being able to watch a YouTube video on the top, maybe watch checking out my Twitter on the bottom. It's a great form factor. And again, I love something that folds. Okay, so the second thing I like about this device is the actual screen itself. It is bright, it is vibrant, it is pretty snappy. I mean, considering this isn't a 120 hertz or any kind of funky special display, and it's got the plastic coating on it, it's still extremely bright and vibrant. It's just what you would expect from any flagship phone out there today, and I'm really enjoying watching content on it, playing games. I mean, it's a wonderful screen. I don't think you'd be disappointed in any way by the look of it, by the speed of it, or any of that kind of stuff. It's one of the better screens out there right now. So don't think just because, it's a folding screen and all that kind of stuff that you're gonna have to compensate with a screen that's less bright, or I can see it perfectly good in sunlight. I will say the plastic tends to be a little shiny out in sunlight, so sometimes you have to angle it a little even with the brightness turned up. But for the most part, it's a great screen. The third thing I gotta say I love about this device is the improvements that Samsung has made to the hinge. Now it can stand on its own for the most part. It's great for taking selfies, for group selfies, things like that, especially using the timer. It also feels better than the last hinge did. I mean, it feels stronger, it feels smoother. I mean, they did a tremendous job on this hinge as a second generation. I mean, the first generation was, it was a pretty solid hinge and I really like my Fold, but this hinge has definitely upped the game tremendously. I mean, the smoothness of it, if you felt this hinge compared to the Galaxy Fold hinge, if you do have both devices, it's night and day. I mean, it's definitely a huge upgrade from the first hinge. Okay, now we get to the part where I tell you the things that I do not like so much about this device. Now, the first thing I gotta say, this cover display is virtually useless. I mean, hey, you can get your notifications on it. I mean, it's cool for that. You can see what's, going on with a quick double tap. But you can't expand any notifications. The way it scrolls across slowly. It's not one of my favorite features. I'm hoping that they improve that on the new one and make it a little bit more like the Razr with the, big square. So at least you can get some more out of it. What I will say it does is it makes you tend to not use your phone as much, because when it's closed, you don't feel like opening it. And if it's not an important notification, you don't bother looking at it. So maybe that saves me a little time here and there. But overall, I think they really need to improve that in the second generation of this device. Okay, so the second thing I do not like about this device is that they did not wait or bring it out with the newer Snapdragon 865. Came out with the 855 Plus, and listen, it's a capable SoC. It's fast. It does a great job. I don't feel any lag in this phone. I haven't had any issues. I mean, One UI is so much better than it ever was. I mean, Samsung has done a tremendous job with their operating system. It's gotten very smooth. It used to be a little janky. Now it's very smooth. So listen, that's a small thing to pick on, but really for longevity purposes, they really should have put the newest Snapdragon in it, especially since they're selling it for around $1,400. I mean, I think to skimp on that was a little bit rough. I know the 865 wasn't out yet when they released this device. I get it. But I mean, honestly, I think in a device that's supposed to be cutting edge, I think you should have the top of the line processor. And that's a small nitpick. Listen, it's fast. I have an S20. I know what the 865 feels like. They're not far off each other, the 855 and the 855 Plus that's in here, and the 865 that's in the Samsung. And really, you know, I don't need 5G, so there's really no point there. I don't see 5G getting, for another 2 years or so, you won't really need to have 5G in a phone, in my opinion. So small nitpick, yeah, but listen, you're putting out a phone that costs more than any other phone in your lineup. It really should have today's #1, you know, fastest chip. That leads me to the third and final thing that I do not really like about this device, and I would have to say that's the cameras. Listen, they're solid. Don't get me wrong. They take great pictures. They take pictures as well as the Galaxy S10 Plus did. They're pretty solid, but I mean, you got 2 cameras on the back, you got 1 selfie camera on the front. I think they could have done better in that department. There could have been 3 cameras on the back of this device. Again, it all goes back to this little tiny cover screen along with these 2 cameras. I think if you would have made this area bigger, put a little bit of a bigger cover screen so you could read more notifications and stuff, and you could have added a 3rd camera in there, I think we would have been much better off. You know, it's still an awesome device overall, and the cameras are solid. You're not going to be disappointed by the pictures that you take. Anybody who just takes point and shoot pictures, it does a wonderful job. It's not horrible. That's just another nitpick from me, who is a tech geek and really expected a little bit more out of a $1,400 phone. Okay guys, well that about does it for this video. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below, and please give it a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And remember, enjoy your tech. Have fun with it. That's what it's there for.